Katya, Yumi, whatever it is.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so first question. What's your racial background?
Half Korean, half white. My mother is white Russian. My dad is Korean.
Nice. And how did your parents meet?
My dad went to Russia to study in a university, and he met my mom in Leningrad, back Leningrad that time. And yeah, they meet, they hang out. Somehow worked out that my mom fell in love with Korean, even though it wasn't really common to see an Asian person in that area.
In Russia?
Yeah.
Or that part of Russia?
Yeah, that part of Russia.
Wow, great. When and where were you born and raised?
I was born really far in the north of Russia. It's like really cold place, and I was born in winter, so I'm a winter girl. Yeah, it's a cold place.
Very
really
cold, right?
Horrible,
All the way.
Horribly cold.
Yes. And did you grow up around other mixed Koreans and Asians?
No, actually, it's a little bit complicated because during the kindergarten I was actually living in Korea and I attended the Korean kindergarten. But after we went to Russia and I studied in elementary, and I was the only Asian child there. And then I went back to Korea, but I studied in Russian school, so I had these white children around me. And mostly just Russian children around me. Barely any Asians.
And no other mixed, like Russians?
Never met any mix except my sisters.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. And did you ever experience any identity issues while growing up?
Yes, for sure. I was bullied a lot since I was not the white child. And actually, when I came to Korea for like 2 years in the middle school to Russian school, I felt so much better. It actually made me much more confident in myself. And after probably that time, I felt that being an Asian is not an embarrassing thing. And yeah, after that, of course, you always have those issues whenever people look at you, they talk to you, they realize you're not either Korean, you're not either white, and you have this problem with people talking about you and just making some assumptions, I guess.
Right. It happens all the time. Though.
All the time.
Everywhere. Right. But yes.
You know.
Reach. I know. How well do you speak and understand Korean?
I understand Korean more than I speak. I can do the basic conversations. I attended school, but I failed school. My bad. It's my bad. Well, I actually do understand lots of Korean, especially when my family speaks. I do understand probably 60-70% of what they're talking about. But when it comes to these complicated questions or words that I don't know, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on here.
Right.
Okay.
Same for me as well. Yeah. And do people make assumptions about your ethnicity based on your appearance?
Oh, yes, of course. Koreans, I work at the bar. Whenever I come to Koreans and they order from me, they would, at the first place they would think I'm Korean, but after I talk to them, they're like, oh, you're not Korean? I'm like, I'm kind of Korean. Sometimes I just reply that I'm just Russian because people just don't really understand who I am. Even though I'm trying to explain, yes, my dad is Korean, my mom is Russian, they're like, okay.
They're confused.
Yeah, they're sometimes people are really confused. Sometimes I just answer I'm Russian. Because, yeah,
it's easier to say, right?
Yes.
Right. And so, our last question. How do Koreans treat you versus how foreigners treat you?
Russians in Russia don't really... They're fine with me, but sometimes they wouldn't treat me well. Because there are not so many Asians and well, there are lots of Asians in Russia, but they're all from like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. But I would probably look different from them, so I would get lots of shit from them, like from Russians.
Wow.
And Koreans, they right away they understand I'm not Korean and they don't consider me Korean anymore. So like whenever I say I'm half Korean, they're like, oh, you're not Korean, right? So it's always a problem. Like whenever I tell them, like it's always a tricky questions to answer. Not easy to be healthy in Korea for sure.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Whenever you are.
Or even wherever you are.
Yeah,
right?
wherever
like,
you are.
Go back to any other country too.
Absolutely.
The home countries, right? Okay, but hopefully with the project we can open people's minds. And
We will.
Yes,
We will.
we will. I
We'll
like
make
that.
our
A
best.
positive attitude. We'll do our best.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Katya.
Thank you so
this was a
much.
great interview. And again, this is Lindsey from the Honhyeol Project and Katya.
Katya.
See you guys next time.
See you.